We are back.
We're back, and you know what? We missed you.
We're sorry. We've been a little slow, folks. You know what?
We had a little technical difficulties, camera difficulties.
Got a lot going on, folks. But we're all business. And you know what?
We're business in the front and the back.
It's coming to you live. Las Vegas, UFC 116. Folks, this is going to be a good card. And to start it off, the first fight of the night. Can I get a bell, sir? Thank you. I got George Sotiropoulos versus Kurt Batman Pellegrino.
Sotiropoulos, is that one?
Yeah, it's Sotiropoulos.
Yeah.
It's Sotiropoulos. Thank you. So, on this one, folks, I think George is improving, but, I mean, Kurt Pellegrino hasn't lost since 08 when he got choked out by Nate Diaz via the triangle. But since then, I mean, he's been training. He's looked impressive in all his fights. I think it's going to come down to, I think he's a crisper boxer than George, and I think he can avoid the submissions, and he'll probably, squeak out probably a split decision. I'm going to say. What you got?
I'm going to go with you. I'm going with old Kurt. I'm going to honestly tell you, I took a lot of back and forth on this one, but when I sat down to write my own notes and things, I said, you know what, I'm going with Kurt. A big thing is that you can look at the history of their past several fights. They've all very similar. They've all won very similar to certain kind of submissions or a decision or whatnot. So between George and Kurt, though, I just think Kurt's got a little more fire. He's got a lot more experience in the UFC. His fights and his wins have been against, arguably a higher caliber of people, and I think that's what is going to get him in the end. That, and I think he really wants to show off some new breakdance moves.
No, I gotta go with George Sotiropoulos on this one. I think George is
you would.
Whatever. George is gonna get this submission, probably the second round, no problems. Kurt Pellegrino, he's got a chin. We've obviously seen that when he busted a hole in his lip, but
oh, God.
I think the advantage is gonna be on the ground where it's gonna get taken to, because I think George, he's gonna go to close the distance, take him down, get a submission. On to the next fight. We got Krzysztof versus Stephan Bonnar.
Soszynski.
I can't even, the Polish guy.
He's Canadian.
Anyways, come on. This fight, I got Krzysztof. That's all I got to say.
Well,
I guess to enlighten you folks on this fight, it's going to be, it's going to be a battle because they've already fought the first time, and I don't see why they're fighting again. But anyway, my whole thing is, I mean, if anybody has lost to Mark Coleman in the last 5 years, you should be drug out in the street and shot, at least in the leg. And once Stephan Bonnar has done that, and I just think that Krzysztof's gonna catch him a little bit better with the southpaw stance, and hopefully he can squeak out a TKO. Hopefully.
Okay, let's just put it this way. Okay, I think that was an over-analysis of this fight, and there was no need for us to even have to bring up this fight. This is not even near a title match. It was nowhere near any kind of controversial thing. Why am I even talking about this anymore? Whatever. Let's go.
Moving on
to a real fight.
Yeah, a real fight between Lytle and Matt Brown. Now, really looking forward to this fight. Two guys who like to stand up and have a really solid boxing background, but again, they have, if you go back to the last, 6, 7 fights each or so, majority of those, if it hasn't been a decision, many of them have been through they've submitted someone, even though it's always against their character and against their experience in terms of, because they've had so much boxing experience. So I'm really excited about this. I think they're both going to come in ready to shoot their guns wide open. I'm going to go with Chris Lytle on this one. So Chris Lytle.
I mean, I'm not going to... I don't know about the stamina with Chris Lytle because, he does get kind of sloppy.
Yeah.
And I've seen Matt Brown, he's won a couple rounds with some tough opponents like Dun Young Kim. He went the distance with him, he lost. But I want to say Matt Brown has better stamina. But this is how it is, folks. Matt Brown honed, his boxing skills in a Georgia State prison, while Chris Lytle's been honing his skills against top opponents for years in the UFC. That's where I agree with you, Party Girl.
Okay.
The experience level is going to come into play, and Chris Lytle, I think, might even just try to take him down, to slap a submission on him. But it's going to be a war. You know, he always gets fight of the night.
Yeah, there's a reason.
There's a reason these guys are fighting. I think this is for the fans. Very good matchup.
Yeah, very good.
I'm going with Chris Lytle, man. So, what you got to say?
I got Chris Lytle too. I want to go for Matt Brown, but I just think that he's not seasoned enough yet not to go up against Chris Lytle, because Chris Lytle will take this into the later rounds, and he knows how to win in those later rounds. Making a slugfest on the ground.
You got love for you, Matt Brown.
Really do. I just don't think you're ready. Show me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Yeah. Alright,
so...
Yes, Chris Lytle, go for it.
Yeah, right. So,
we're going to go Chris Lytle on this time. Let's shoot the sun different with it.
Alright, so... Alright, folks.
Alright, it is on to the UFC title unification match. Finally! Can someone between the two of you
get the belts together?
And then freaking have more than one fight with the belts.
Okay,
freaking
bad.
Gosh. Now, can I say this is no Shane Carwin? I gotta give it to you. I liked how you had your little interim belt in the background. We were getting interviewed the other night during the Ultimate Fighter finale. That was very cool. I was like, ooh, he got on display. Which is not exactly why, but I am picking Shane Carwin to win this fight. Because he is on a roll, buddy. He has his game he's got his game together. Frank Mir looked like a rag doll, and I was like, oh heavens. And in the end, and probably the most important reason why is I haven't been able to be convinced that Brock Lesnar is up to his healthy fighting like stamina and caliber yet. I mean, I just don't know. I mean, I can't tell just from some interviews, a few little bit of footage that you see. You just can't tell. So I can't choose and pick someone based on that. I gotta go with the real evidence. I'm
gonna tell you the one thing you're not gonna see in any of his training. You're not gonna see him get punched in the face, and that's what we haven't seen, folks. And like, I mean, come on, who has hit Brock Lesnar with the power that Shane Carwin is going to come at him with, folks? I mean, this is not a small man, and this is not Randy Couture. Randy Couture is probably the only guy who's actually got a good shot on Carwin, besides that little bitty knee that Frank Mir gave him. But it kind of stunned the man a little bit. What do you think's going to happen? And Shane Carwin don't even bear back when he punches. He hits you with just short, powerful
and there's not that much difference in size and reach between these guys. It may seem like it's not.
You know, Shane Carwin's got an 80-inch reach. Brock Lesnar's got an 81. Yeah. Brock Lesnar's 6'3", Carwin's 6'2". Lesnar's just wider, folks. And I'm going to break it down to you. The key to Brock Lesnar winning this fight, folks, he has to utilize the takedowns and has to finish with a strong ground and pound. I mean, that's Brock Lesnar 101, I have to say right now. The key for Shane Carwin to win this match, folks, is, I mean, Carwin, he's better boxing, and he has to stop the takedowns and maybe clinch Brock and maybe turn around and put him against the fence. Dirty box him up, folks, and then drop him. I think you can do it, folks. I'm ride or die with Shane Carwin. You heard it here first.
Shane Carwin all day. I mean, come on. Look at the tape. Frank Mir rocked him. Yeah. Everybody's rocked him. The only thing that kept Brock Lesnar up on his feet was the fact that he's got so much momentum that he clinched up with him. At that point, you're in his world.
Yeah.
So, but we saw with Shane Carwin and Frank Mir that once you get into that world, you still get knocked out. And so really, this is the thing. Brock Lesnar is going to have to get him on the ground and lay on top of him and pound him out. That is the only way he's going to win this.
Yeah. Alright, you know what? We got some viewer picks, folks. From the ATL. This is, her name is Shawty770.
I think that's Mary Girl.
Hey, what's up? She's going with George, and she's going with Stephan Bonnar. Girl.
Stephan, come on.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
Alright, she's going with Chris Lytle. Chris Lytle. She's going with Vanderlei Silva and Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
Well, she might be a WWE fan.
She probably was.
She likes beef good.
Yeah, you can visit us anytime and follow us anytime on Twitter, Council of News, and you can visit our blog spot where we've got videos, we've got blogs today, we've got photos and stuff. It's councilofnc.blogspot.com.
Cheddar is better on YouTube.
Cheddar is better. You're seeing it now.
Send us our viewer picks.
Woo! Viewer picks 117, buddy.